can't have time for that because it's a viewer for can't. Anyway, let's get the games up and running. Just gonna quickly tab out for 1 second so I get the chat up for you guys. There we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I apologise already in advance because my voice sounds probably really dull. And it is dull because I got the worst cold in centuries given. But we'll crack on nonetheless and see what these games have got to offer. Let's put the scroll speed down a little bit. It's pretty mad fast for me. Alright, it's a little bit better. Alright, so in the purple we've got Slackton here playing, looks like to be in the pocket position. That is to be the case, playing as the Byzantines. Now on the flank for him, he would be supporting is Jedi Jupe. It looks like a Swedish stack, pretty well. Swedish and Finnish stack it's going to be. We've got the Jupe playing in the grey hairs, Teutons on the flank. Is it flank? Oh shit, Sonny ain't the flank, it's the other pocket of course. It's Teuton's pocket. And he'll be supporting on the flank, my apologies. Vilese playing as the Goths flank, and then the other flank will be the Max playing as the Franks in the teal colour. Now, of course, the Max will be up against Decim. I have no idea who this guy is, but he's Brazilian. He's part of a Brazilian stack. He's nearly 1800 on the team game front, so I mean, he's pretty decent. So we've got a Europe versus South America game here, people. We'll run the rest of the players just right now, but he's going to be playing Goths on the flank against the Max. In the green, we've got Miguel Zen playing as the Byzantines pocket. Next to him, it will be also Franks being played by Nikov in the pocket. And last but not least, Slipknot Rain playing as the Saracens on the flank position, who will be up against Velez. But pretty exciting stuff. We got pretty decent civs, and of course pretty top level players, so you can't get anything worse than that, right? Sorry, better. This is So we got the Goths against the Saracens, and we got the Goths again versus the Franks. So the difference in this time, I'm not a big lover of Franks on the flank, especially, you know, you got Byzantine pocket. I mean, it'd be interesting how Slackton's going to play this. We could be seeing potentially maybe what I would say camel/knight build, of course. I mean, he's up against Miguel. He's playing as the Byzantines as well. This is a hard one, actually. I don't love Byzantines at all in the pocket position at this stage. Like, until we get to the late game, where it then starts to be quite interesting. At this point, I think they're a pretty dull civ. I know I'm probably speaking absolute crap, but for me personally, whenever I play them, I groan a lot. Although, it was funny the other day, I was watching back a few YouTube videos, and I was making this comment about how crap I hate Mongolia. And the Mongolia game was just amazing. So things are pretty much to be expected to start out with. Now, of course, let's see what, let's say, 4 in the wood here from the Goths, but could be expecting a Drush build of some sort coming up, and he's looking to try and find his boar or something. Did he just get stolen? Did his boar just get stolen right underneath me? There's one coming in right there from Slipknot Rain. Oh yeah, it does seem to be the case. Looks like Slipknot Rain did take the boar off Velese, so he's got a nice cheeky start under his belt. What about Decim? He's got 2 boars himself, and the Max has got only 1, I think. And he's carving a second one on top. Did he lose a boar as well? Shit, son. I don't know. Okay, he's bringing it just now. I thought I heard some sort of boar noise coming on. So, okay, things are looking pretty standard stuff. And what is he up to? It's like he's going for a drush himself. Yeah, Max is going to go for a drush. Puts the barracks up right on the front. So he's going to try and shield that gold. So it's a little bit exposed up in the front. It's not too far from the TC either, but ooh. Okay, things are okay. There's a lot of spoilers being thrown in the chat, by the way. Christ. I remember at the time when the new Star Wars film came out, and then unfortunately my experience got ruined when people in the chat kept saying that particular actor or that particular character's name, and I was like, oh my god, my day was ruined. That was the saddest day of my life. Great video stats, HQ streaming. High quality. Ah, cheers. I guess that's a thank you. As I say, I haven't casted in ages, so I apologize for any mistakes I make, because naturally I always do, so it's gonna be pretty funny. Oh, so Desmond's up to the feudal age right now. He's going for the 21 bills, the 22 pop up in general. No, it's like some sort of sheep things going on between Miguel and Nikov. Probably having a little bit of fun. He's going to 2 on the gold here, so this could be a man-at-arms build coming out of here. He's got 1 on the farm. So this could either mean 2 things. Either he's going to go for the man-at-arm build, or he's going to go for an archery build. And I'm looking like it's going to be now an archery build, because the Drush is now coming from the max. He's going to start hitting up the berries. This could have been actually really well covered. I'm a little bit surprised Decim just didn't put a cheeky palisade here and here, and he would have had this mill pretty safe. Nothing would have touched it. So I'm really surprised that he just, like, just for safety reasons. I mean, that's what I would expect. Maybe what happened was this berry bush was here and it got taken away, but I don't think so. Normally it's a 5-tile berry bush. So here comes down that barracks right now, extremely late, because he's got to get that up. He's got 2 villas onto it right now. Quick cut warning in onto the wood lines. He's got to get done. He's got 1. Oh yeah, he's got to bring that second bill in. Now the one's at the top and he makes sure they're safe, and that's what's going to happen. Of course, gets it done. Yep, easy game, all done. But he's only got 2 on the gold. He has to wall them in as well, so they're pretty. So he's a little bit trapped in that front now. We're going to be expecting to see that archery range coming down potentially, or doing as what I thought, which would be the man at arms. Yeah, he's got 3 militias starting to pump out already, but this is really slow though. He needs to, like, he should have got this done on the way up, the 3 militia, and then the man at arms, because now he's giving the game away. He sees that basically the barracks got something inside it. But Nikov's okay. He's gone up to feud. Sorry, not Nikov. The Maxis is okay. He's gone up to the feudal age himself. He's got plenty of time. He's got the scout backed up here by Slacktown as well. But here comes 2 villas being brought into the fight right now as the militia just eject out, but don't do anything. They just stand there as some sort of presence. But we'll try and take down this scout, Slacktown. Slacktown's a little bit exposed here. So he's not into feudal age himself, but again, Decim is, so the scout will hunt it down. This is, well, I would say this is successfully defended. Not much of economy is lost except for this idle villager here, and again, time lost onto the berries. But he's just put a ton more villagers onto that position. Archery range now going to be put down in position as well. He didn't actually go for the man at arms upgrade, and I actually quite like this at this point because I don't think it's actually required. But look at the max. He's still got those 3 militia healthy and alive, and it's going to go straight towards the pocket here of Miguel, and it looks like Decim's already noted this out and saying, look, this could be some militias coming to your base. You already see the reaction from Miguel. He's got some palisades up just to protect his economy. Looking good. Except for this lumber camp here. I'm definitely... I give that noise because I'm not too sure what I think at this point. But yeah, stables coming down from Miguel. He's going to start trying to basically start a fight here, I think. Takes out the scout, so good job once more. He's still got that scout ready to do some pesky annoyance, and this will just distract the max here. But Decim actually goes back for that man at arms, by the way. But here comes a bit of a fight here between the militias and the villagers. 1 militia goes down. Surprisingly, this Drush really hasn't done much. Yes, a little bit of distraction from these villagers, but yeah, I would expect a little bit more from out of this, and it hasn't been the case. Castle Age now starts to come through. Let's have a look at the other side. Now, of course, that top rain here is, well, looking pretty good, actually. He's got a nice little wall up on the front here. He's got the archer range coming down as well. I expect the second one, and probably the blacksmith coming along here. Maybe on the front, who knows. But here comes actually this Drush from the Valese. Now, I'm not too sure how much has been done or been worked by this, but got a little bit of damage has been taken, but they're all alive at this point, and he himself in the feudal age can get down his archery range. He even milled for the deer, but also taking the shorefish. Take a bow. I freaking love it. I love when this sort of thing happens. That free food is phenomenal. And we'll see what this Drush can come to. It's actually going to sneak its way round Rain, and it's going to go straight towards the pocket of Nikov. And Nikov's on the way to the castle age. He isn't there just yet. But it's still a decent opportunity for him to go there. But looks like he's going to try and backtrack and go towards the gold. There's a massive palisade wall comes out in the back lines here for Slipknot Rain, but that's going to take far too long to work. And here comes this militia. Can they get anything done, though? Doesn't seem to be the case. Archer is already out there trying to start picking up those militia. But it's on the low ground now, and the scouts already I'm not going to focus it down, it's going to try and focus down his villager. And it's going to get it done. Oh! 1 HP, that villager. Oh my goodness. Looks like one villager has gone down in response, actually, though. Thanks to these 3 villagers. 2 villagers, in fact. Okay. So that was nearly 3 villagers in total. That is disgusting. And that 1 HP villager is so boss. It's just going to stand there and be like, mate, I killed your scout. I'm going to go back to the gold mine. What a dick. Honestly, that's what I think. So meanwhile, the man-at-arms, a whole host of man-at-arms, and some towers coming down right now from Destin, round to the woodline of the max. Let's just abandon it. It's put a tower in response, and we'll take the first tower down, but the tower on the other side will restrict the amount of wood that can be cut here, as now basically archers and everything, quite frankly, being pumped out right now from Destin. So I'm trying to make its way into the base, as the cartilage has come in from the max, though. And he's gone for actually for a stable route. And then the same likewise from the max, sorry, not from the max, Christ, from Slackton, so he's got a couple of knights coming out. This should actually provide him to do 1 stable like he's doing right now, and go for like a 3 TC build, and that's exactly the case. He's got 3 TCs, well 2 up, but 3 TCs down already coming in its construction. Because right now it looks like Miguel's actually going to start coming in with some knights at this point. He looks like he's got double stables though, he's got 4 knights already coming in. Actually that's backup from the pop. Wow, okay. You go, Miguel. He's going to try and sort this out. Trying to apply the pressure. Well, it will break down that house and go straight to the gold. It looks like the max has to abandon it completely, not unsurprisingly. And he's only got 2 knights with +1 armor himself, and that's no way near enough to try and contend what's going on over here. He needs some more backup from Slackton, but where is Slackton? Slackton is on his way, but I feel like he's a little bit lost here. And oh, that wood line's been caught out as well. That's a loss. That's a huge loss there. It's like maybe 3 or 4 villages could go down the process. Looks like it's going to be 4 indeed. A couple of villages have been picked off though, trying to put this town a little bit greedy there. Coming from Destin, we'll lose 2, but 1 will survives long enough to put this tower up, and we'll try to actually even palisade it in. So it looks like finally Slackton arrives with 4 knights of his own. And this could be a good opportunity now for an engagement here. Yes, there are 2 spearmen and a few man-at-arms, but the knights with the +1 armor as well in particular should be able, in theory, to take this on. And it's what they're going to go straight in right now for this fight. Position wasn't great there from Slackton, but there should be enough just damage and raw HP here to take care of business. I say that, but that was not the case. Okay, I got that one utterly wrong, and it looks... Slackton's units just completely melted, and the part of that reason was they were just standing there taking a whole truck ton of damage before anything really happened from them. And then of course at that point Max's units kind of got forced out there. Fortunately though, the archer will go down, the tower should also go down in the process, but this is going to force again a good number of villagers to take this on. And so it will go down. So they have repelled this, but at what cost? And that's, well, a pretty large one, it has to be said. Meanwhile, though, it looks like Nikov is sending some knights straight over the course toward Duke's base, and Duke's going to try and respond to this and basically push us back, which he will do. So, good job from him. Still in the village Decim is, but the pressure is still high. He's got a good number of archers now trying to break through his palisade wall. Looks like the Max can try and top over the house, and he will do in the last second. Could lose the village in the process though. Thankfully, lacking fletching Decim has been, so not going to get the damage done. And Matt's trying to do the best he can. He's got a few on the stone bridge to get tower up. But meanwhile, though, let's have a look on the other side. It looks like, well, but let's say pushing forward with some crossbows here. Top of Nikov. Looks like Slipknot Brain at this point. Well, he's kind of sort of held up in his own base. He's got a few crossbows probably inside this archery range. He's also got a siege workshop. So could actually make a good play with this with the Mangonel coming out. got one actually on the sort of north side of his base, and he's trying to protect his next TC coming up onto that wood line. He's already got one on top of the gold, so that's a great position there. And this third one should also secure a good amount of wood and resources. TC now finally coming down for the max on top of the gold. This should, you know, secure the gold to a degree, but it's got to take care of these towers though. They also have to poke and prod of these villagers. And of course restrict the amount of space that he has in his own base. Of course, at the same time though, Decim should really start thinking about making a move towards the castle edge. I mean, it's 25 minutes in game. He's so close to getting the resource, just needs to get the gold to go up, and he will drop that elf and will click up now finally. But, you know, 28 minutes and hit into the castle edge. At that point, I would start expecting to see, you know, the Slackton start thinking about going up to that Imperial Age at this point. Even putting down that one of those key castle age buildings. But the fight now breaks up at the top here. Looks like Nikon's actually managed to split his army up, but still managed to do a decent amount of damage. But let's say sort of trapped in a tiny little bit of the Oasis pond there. He's got to be careful because that Mangonel could come in at any second. And he really is actually kind of stuck now because, of course, at this point, Jupe's gone all the way back. There's a good number of knights come out of Nikov. Holy cow, he's got 15 already. 25 army, by the way, from Decim. It's pretty strong. 28 from the Blessed, but he is kind of trapped here. He really needs to find a way out. He has picked up a good amount of villagers. But I feel like if he keeps staying in the one spot, like, you know, Nikov will probably come up to the top here and just punish this. And this is what's going to happen. Yeah, the knight's going to start coming up right now. +2, +1 being done. He's got to get out of there. But he's not going to go do... He's going to lose everything here. Here comes Duke, though, finally. He's going to try and basically reunite with his colleague here. Two Mangonels in position here. Fires one shot. Doesn't really connect very well. And it's like we'll get picked up. The second one just goes straight into the pond, basically. A little bit of splash damage done, but not enough to really make much of it. And looks like Rain's going to go back into his base, but he loses 2 Mangonels, and that's pretty massive there, actually. I'm actually trying to look for a fight here. It looks like it's going to be the case, actually. Well, okay, Nikov's Knights are kind of not in a great position. They can't fight these crossbows here. And they're basically kind of, in a way, trapped, and this has allowed Jupe to get some good damage done as well. The crossbows in the back from Rain are going to start to get some work done. This is actually a pretty decent position from Blessed, but is it enough? I don't think so. Jupe hasn't got the numbers. And this is what's going to happen. He's going to have to abandon his teammate, and Blessed's going to lose all those crossbows. This could have gone so much better, but sadly, just Jupe just doesn't have the numbers. I'm not seeing why. Like, I don't think Jupe's got enough stables. I don't really get it. He's got 3 stables up and running. Should probably think about having a 4th or a 5th by now. But nonetheless, though, as I said, at this point, the 28-minute mark, Slackton's going up to that Imperial Edge at a really strong time. His economy's looking solid, 90 bills plus. So, yeah, quite nice. I'm also hearing a batting ram on the bill. Oh yeah, there it is. Took out the 2 towers like I expected to happen. Now it's like Miguel's going to start getting onto the aggressive hit. Takes out that Mangonel. It's going to start putting pressure onto the TC as well. Yeah, because again, Slackton goes to the Imperial Edge. You know, not a prop. Not, you know, it's good. The problem they've got is they're lacking map control at this point, and Slackton really needs to get some good upgrades coming in. It's got some camels out, but I wouldn't want camels here at this point. There's too much countering it. You know, pikemen. There's a whole bunch of crossbows, by the way. This is actually a really good response, as we said, to go for the pikeman route, knowing that, you know, again, both going double stable, you know, Slackton and the max, just basically opened up this goth pikeman play to happen, and that's why I think a mistake has occurred here. But it's not all over. It really is going to start coming down to Slackton's economy and basically getting us sort of like a free ride here. But Miguel's, oh my god, Miguel's also already up as well. Nice job. Meanwhile, it looks like Jupe, I think, under a little bit of trouble here. A few knights get inside to the base and start to do a little bit of raiding. Looks like the monk did convert one of the knights, but there's a whole bunch of knights here from Nikov trying to go deep inside Jupe's base. But it looks like they're going to get chased down by the knights of Jupe. And also a cheeky camel there from Slackton. Looks like they'll sort out the problem there, and job is a good one. Now, of course, bless his crossbows. They're still back in base. He's playing the defensive route right now. He's going to stick with a couple of monks on this hill. Well, okay, yeah, it has to go defensive. This Mangonel's starting to push forward here with a whole bunch of crossbows. We're going to go for more of a staggered formation as though... Let's pick a fight straight away against that Mangonel. A big amount of splash damage done, but he has got the hill, and this is actually going to force back rain here. Slacton that's going to get the Cavalier option and the plate barding armor as the aggression now put straight towards Slacton's base. The pikeman coming forward with a whole bunch of crossbows. Stable gets denied, and so I'm getting a little bit worried here for Slacton. Just got to buy this time away for that Cavalier upgrade and the rest of the armor upgrades to kick in, and then you can try and start thinking about this fight. He's got those camels. As long as they get focused down, he might be okay, but he is losing a few villagers in this downtime. He's got to wait another 10 seconds and he should be ready to go. He has to start the fight right now. That's probably a good time to do so just before, literally just seconds before. But it looks like they're going to regroup right now. And nice little position coming in again from Descent. Mangonel though could destroy this. So he's got to be really careful that a Mangonel from Slacton doesn't come out and just kill us all. Miguel's going to back off right now. Yeah, he just go back. Of course, that Cavalier upgrade coming in as well, and the plate binding armor does mean that this is not the most favourable fight. Crossbow's still sticking to a good position. I'm waiting for that Mangonel to pop out potentially. But it seems to be okay. They seem to be winning this fight just because these crossbows are a real pain in the backside. The Cavaliers are just too distracted by it. But now Decimal will actually evacuate this position. Now here comes this Cavalier. They're starting to pump out their numbers, and this is going to start turning. This should be an easy win fight now for Slacton. But it has delayed him a lot of time. But at the same time, it has allowed Max to start getting back into the game. He is really good at doing good recovery. His macro is solid. I expected to get himself back on track. Looks like Trey's starting to be started up here by Nikop already. Looks like Duke's trying to track down here. Maybe try and push out forward here. I'm going to Sleep Not Rain. Himself's got to the Imperial. It's starting to bring down a stable. Now, I wonder if this stable is... I don't think it's going to be for a for heavy camels. I think it's just part of one of the things he has to get so he can go, when he goes for the castle, and goes Mamelukes to get the bloodlines and so on. Slacton now finds to get heavy camel. Again, the kind of expected response when you're up against, well, Byzantine in particular. And Miguel's also going to go for Cavalier and potentially into Paladins. But it is a really long upgrade. Nikop, meanwhile, is trying to push out forward. He himself is now the Imperial Age. He should be going to go for the Cavalier, but I'm just seeing plate barding armor from him. So unless I'm mistaken, he's... Yeah, he looks like he's definitely going for the Paladin route. He just hasn't clicked Cavalier route. Okay. Bit of a fight now on top of this hill, but it's just the numbers right now. Look at 61 military. He's getting the Cavalier upgrade right now, but Jesus, he has doubled the army of Duke. He has more army than Valese and Duke put together. He has, yeah, he has more army than 3 of the players on the European team, basically. More army than 3 players put together. That's kind of disgusting / terrifying at the same time. It looks like Miguel's going to start controlling the map a little bit more. He's got a castle up this hill. He's also got 4 axes being laid down. Probably looking to go straight into potentially Halberdier. Try and take out those heavy camels really quickly. And that's probably the case. He's also going to get the Paladin as well. Just try and get an engagement here, but on top of those gold mines, but also the heavy camels are there, and Sling's going to try and kick up a fight right now. The rest of the camels aren't en route though, they should be going to that fight. It looks pretty good actually for Slacton. Those heavy camels are really digging into them. And it's take, yeah, it's far too long for that power upgrade to come in just yet, so you can't stick around for that fight. So the gold is securing, get some decent fight out of it right now. Looks like a cast string we put up here by the max. Now, I wonder if the max is going to go for it. Yeah, oh, yes. Throwing Axeman it is. There we go, people. How to deal with the Goths in late game? Guy throwing Axeman. Not going to lie, though, throwing Axeman are so expensive for them. But they are really useful. Meanwhile, there's a little bit of raiding coming in from Slackdown to Miguel's base, and it actually now turned on the scores towards Slackdown's team. Slackdown is just bossing it right now with the heavy camels, and of course those cavalry that he had on earlier. We got a little bit of a pause. I mean, I was actually quite worried, not gonna lie, about Slackdown's team, but like, this is what happened. Like, I expected this to happen when he clicked up at the 20-minute mark. You know, Max was struggling. He was gonna struggle until Slack got to the Imperial Age. But I think at that point, when they were fighting here, Miguel was like, let's go back. You know, he's got the Cavalier in the plate binding armor any second or just now. It's not worth us fighting for. But it felt like, you know, Decim was like, oh, we've got this. If we keep pressuring him, we're going to win. We're going to win easy. You know, making me top of all his resources. But that did not work out at all. They've lost a little bit of momentum. It's allowed the Max, of all people. You don't want to let him get back into the game like this. And he kind of is. He's not there just yet, but he's getting there. He's looking pretty safe. His economy's good. He's now in the Imperial Age. He's transitioned fairly well as well. It has to be said. And he's got some key locations for his castles as well. So it's looking good on this side. On the other side, though, meanwhile, I mean, we've got Obelisk here on the left from Slipknot Rain. The Duke probably would like to get Paladin at this point. It's what's really sort of hampering them right now. Let's just go for the Halberdier route, though. So this should help them alleviate their concern on Nikov from this. Also, like Rain's going to go for the heavy camel route. I like this as well. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I understand that, like, you could. I can see what you mean about throwing axe maybe not being so effective. They go like skirmishers or hand cannoneers, and you're probably right. But it's actually going to come down to what Decim does, though, because at the moment he's going for halberdier, which is the wrong. Oh, it's not the wrong call. It's just. Yeah, he's kind of up against this point. You probably would like to go hand cannoneers. That's probably the best bet. It also does really well against heavy camels. Doesn't really well, but it does better than you think. But right now he's getting pretty well pressured. Trebuchet's starting to come out. He's going to lose those two archer rangers on the front. Now up at the top, wow, mass pullback here from Nikov. He really wants to wait for that Paladin to come through. I don't blame him. But as we can see right now, Castle being raced up here by Slipknot Rain, and it will come up in good time. This should allow, well, basically them to pull back. And they really should. And they shouldn't be sticking around for this. Looks like Miguel is going to go Halberdiers himself. So both of those players have gone for the Halberdier route. Decim and here from Miguel. So that's kind of interesting here. It's going to kind of cut down a little bit here from Slackdown. But Slackdown... Again, Slackdown's playing so good here. He's transitioned one to the other. So he went for the Cavalier immediately. Then he went for the heavy camels against them. And now, of course, he's up against these halberdiers, but also from Goth as well, probably going to have. So he's gone for the hep to lead cataphracts from Logistica, and that's so expensive. But he's managing to do it. Now he could probably take the next fight pretty well. What he has to do now is just go heavy camel / elite cataphract, and he's kind of got it done and dusted here. Again, Castle's in some great positioning. I'm just only concerned a little bit here for Slackdown is his gold count. He's got 300 gold, which is okay, but, you know, he's producing from 3 castles, and he has to get trade done as well. And he is managing to produce trade, although I would like to see it a little bit more efficiently done, but, you know, at this point, it's okay. He just can't lose too much momentum to lose basically the investment he's created. He is mining gold still, though, so that's kind of a bit of a bonus here. We're already starting to see those walls being put up for that late game, so good job there from Duke with the fortified walls. Just gonna get that last one done, though. Ooh, get the last one done. Nope. 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 Okay. So well played by Slackdown so far. Now, of course, how are the Max holding out right now? Well, right now he's on the front hits. He's wow. Okay, he's got block printing monks. Like, okay. Like no shits are given here by the Max. That's quite nice. He's gonna lose his castle though if he doesn't do something about it. I think either he lost all those vills there or he must have done. He's gonna lose his castle. You probably would want to delete the castle, Max. You're gonna lose a bunch of stone if you don't. No? No? Oh, he's gonna send some bills now. If I was him, he hasn't got enough time. He's got to delete the castle right now. Pronto. No. He didn't delete it. I don't think he did anyway. Meanwhile, though, up at the top, Huskarl's coming out right now from the left, and a whole bunch of halberdiers as well. Yeah, the Goths, the Huskarls are working well here because he's gone with skirmisher arbalest. There aren't really seen some hand cannoneers though, so that's gonna be interesting how it will pan out. So it looks like, Slacktow's team is doing quite well. And it is, it's remarkable considering how I was thinking this is looking pretty bad when, we had Nikov at one point having more army than 3 of those players. Oh, quick race for a university being popped down as well. But what he does need actually, Slackthow needs some siege. I do see the siege bugs coming up, but I would like to see a couple of trebuchets coming up, just to try and take care of the castle there from Miguel, and apply some pressure. But look at this now, these cataphracts just do not die. They're carving up the halberdiers. The assets now like try some paladins, which isn't ideal. We're starting to see bombard towers coming right now. Yeah, bombard towers coming up from Miguel, that's nice. Kills to keep applying that pressure on. Also in the meantime, it was like the Max is putting up another castle there, a little bit safer back at his own base. He's also putting a TD down as well. As we look at Decim here, he just keeps making halberdier, but he must realise this isn't going to work against elite throwing axemen. Good God, that damage is going to be insane. I think my cat wants some food, by the way. It's meowing. Yeah, my cat wants food. Yeah, it's just annoying already. So, what is the plan coming out from Nikov and Nikov's team here? I'm not too sure. I'm not really too sure. Basically, it's kind of relying on Decim here to start thinking something else. Okay, finally some hand cannons are starting to make some appearances. And then start charging forward the halberdiers. Bring us a little bit slower though, so they have to sort of basically walk back and then go for a fight. And this should allow the opportunity for this to go down. Yeah, just suicide these units of ours here, because quite frankly, not going to really add much to the fight. I mean, yes, they're going to die to the threats, but they managed to kill off those 2 trebuchets, and the castle stays alive, so that's really good work there. It's going to delay, of course. Max is starting to think about something else now, apart from just throwing axes, because the hand cannons are starting to get some good damage off the cross as well. But here come those monks with a 9+3 range trying to convert the hand cannoneers. Cheeky bastard. I'm not even too sure if this is a troll or it actually works. I mean, I guess it works. I mean, managed to convert one hand cannon here. Meanwhile, up at the top here, about 3 traps, 2 of them actually unpacked at this point. One of them is just casually sitting there. Trying to knock down that castle. A whole bunch of skirmishers lined up on the back lines there. He must be starting to struggle on gold, it has to be said. I believe, anyway. I don't know why Jupe's sending those units in. You really should just stick to the trebuchets, let them do the sieging, and stop being repaired this castle. Then go in once you're feeling ready. Take out the structures, and okay, now he's going to start to pull back, then go and re-engage, of course, with the Lessie with those halberdiers. They need to get stuff. What are they doing? They need to get into the fight. Blessing needs to micromanage a little bit better. He has to get those Huskarls focusing on the skirmishes, and then let the halberdiers do the rest. He's like, I've got no gold. I can't make anything except skirms at this point. Against Huskarls, and yeah, it's not a good choice at this point. And they're going to get absolutely carved up right now, and his castle's now down, so it's just 3 easy pickings now, and a whole bunch of halberdiers now being produced. I would like to see Blessing get some barracks up here, just cut down that production line a little bit in terms of actual distance. Now we're starting to see a bit of an engagement occur. Nikov's got a whole ton of pounds, but the halberdiers are getting basically sort of free reign, let's call it. I mean, there's not many hand cannons really solving the problem. And with that, this should be a pretty decent push coming in. Jesus Christ, this man, Nikov is pretty much, I'd say Nikov's pretty much holding it just because of those paladins that managed to eradicate most of the Duke's army, but a whole Basically, another wave is just coming in right now, and I don't know how they're going to stop this. Meanwhile, on the other side, it looks like a pretty even stalemate between Miguel and Slackton right now. He's just dealing with the bombard cannons. I like to see some siege rams coming out, or some trebuchets. He is starting to get more siege workshops up and running, but he needs to get rams out to take care of these bombard towers. So he is starting to lose those cataphracts a bit cheaply, if you ask me. But look at the Max right now. Starting to take control of the game on his side. He's starting to push in a little bit deeper. The bombard cannons now starting to come out as well. Doing a super good job. But the push is coming in up on top a little bit stronger. And it's actually not looking at all good for Nikov's team. I mean, blue's practically dead. Red is struggling on gold for starters, but also in general. And now Slackton's starting to assist him with some of those cataphracts. So Miguel isn't really getting a lot done. I mean, he's got bombard towers up. Yes, he's sort of holding the line at this point, but is he getting to the trade? No. Is he actually killing Slackton's castles? No. Is he getting any raiding done? No. It's all these sort of things where it's like, okay, I've got the line, people, but I'm not really getting a lot done. And at this point, we even see Valese coming across with some Huskars. Pushing a little bit more though. Looks like they get taken down though. That's the thing here. I can see a siege ram coming up from Miguel. Two siege rams in fact are trying to start pushing forward here. We are seeing cap rams inside here. Okay, now he's starting to get the siege ram, but he is starting to slow down and get a little bit pushed back here. But the other side here up the top where it's getting absolutely massacred, I believe. Caprac's doing a decent amount of service here with the logistica. A couple of those halberdier. This does hand cannons a bit of a problem. I would like to see maybe potentially some oranges coming out from the Max. He has got bombard cannons though, so that's equally just as good. It's not oranges. Oranges are a little bit better because they do a bit more, of course, damage, splash. But of course, the longer range coming from Max is quite nice. But look right now at Rain's base. He's kind of lost it all now. Rain is down to 82 population, 53 bills. Oh, this is looking rough for him. And Nico's got to try and hold the line here versus 2 against Goths and Teutons. As the Franks. He's starting to get some elite throwing axemen himself out now. But also the trade here is starting to look very vulnerable. You know, once they get past Rain's base, the trade is now an open season basically. Still, Miguel's trying to push down the middle here, but the line is still being held rather well here by Slackton. I mean, the ability for him to know how much he needs to hold the line, but also help basically max push on the other side is quite good. Now we're starting to see basically the max push further and further in, and he himself is getting close to that trade line. And the throwing axe was there in that trade line. That's pretty devastating. We even see, of course, Miguel coming in close, trying to help out here. It's got to get to a point where Miguel's probably thinking, do I have to come back here and help? Because, you know, it's looking really rough. In all fairness, if he came in with a bunch of paladins, he could actually stop this push and maybe try and help out Destiny here. But he's not doing so. He's only got a few paladins up top, and that's not enough. And now to get into these sort of choke point positions, and especially the monks behind it as well, it's causing a bit of a problem. Now another castle's getting put down. Miguel's still trying to push in, of course, with the siege rams. He's still now, but these bombard towers are actually really doing a lot of damage into these cataphracts. And now finally, Slackton's starting to get some trebuchets up and running. The siege rams also combined with that should allow this to be pushed back. I think he should have gone for the trebuchet straight away. Another castle being put up by Max. Then they are now in trade line with this castle. The trade's starting to get picked up by the castle fight. This is nearly GG, if not GG at this point. You know, Rain's got a castle to try and protect the trade up top. But I'm not sure how long that's going to last, because we're just seeing this other side getting pretty well controlled. I say that, but Nikov is still holding the line here thanks to counters. But can the back guard do some decent work? Man, those throwing axemen do so much goddamn work, it's crazy. Miguel's really got to give up this middle ground. Like, what is he really achieving out of this now? Like, he's committing a lot of resources to this middle point where I don't think a lot is getting done here. Yes, he's getting the gold, I guess, but there we go. There's a GG being called by the team. Yet the top is pretty much dead, nearly. And the bottom, the other trade of the bomb here is also getting worked down as well. It has to be said, really well played by the European team, or basically the slack stack, let's call it. Every stream featuring Nikov these days. Well, Nikov just plays games, in all fairness. I mean, can't say much about that. But Slacktard, most kills done by Slackton, again, probably mostly on the Halberdier front, has to be said. But most kills, 300 losses as well. One of the lowest, although Max got the D. Despite the Max getting pretty much battered about the first 30 minutes, he still managed to end up with the fewest amount of deaths on his Civ. I mean, that's pretty crazy considering. The economy goes towards Miguel. The technology goes to well, Slackton actually, and Society, I mean, 164 bills, most actually again by Slackton, so really strong performance coming up for Slack, has to be said.